Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey, how is everyone doing? Hopefully everybody is doing well. All right. So I wanted to talk today. That just reminded me. I wanted to talk today. Thank you so much for the generous contributions and what it is, good sis and everybody. Thank you so much for all of your support, Steve. I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate the support. I'm always humbled by it. I know that's right. I know that's right. Because it's crazy out here. It is crazy out here. You know what? I want to see something. Because after much toil and trouble, after much toil and trouble, I was able to add my items, the rest of the merch to YouTube. But I'm seeing that y'all can't see none of that, can y'all? Like, I connected my store actually a long time ago. I did it for the book, and I connected my store to YouTube to show the merchandise, the book, and now as well the t-shirts. But none of you guys can see that. Y'all can't see that because I connected it in hopes that it would show up like everybody else's items show up and then merch show up. You know how they merch will pop up at the bottom or it'll pop up at, that's not, what is YouTube doing to me? Has anybody ever seen any of that stuff? Because I used to see my book and now I don't see anything. Like from YouTube. Like, I know you can go to my link. It came up. Okay. Because I was getting worried about that. Like, it's not coming up because I can't see it. When I go just to my, like, I can see it on the back end, but when I view it as a viewer, I can't see it. In any case, hey, how you doing? Been a minute since I seen you. How you feeling? Walaikum assalam, Miss Nina. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, you see it when you come to the page. It says View Store underneath subscribe, but not necessarily under the videos. I'm just trying to get the user's experience, because maybe it's because I'm the owner of the channel. It does change how I'm able to see things. But in any case, I'm not going to worry about it. At least not at this moment. So, says on my home page. Okay. Okay. That make a little bit more sense. Hold on. Oh, when you click store, you gotta actually click store. Oh, okay. Okay. So if you want to go to the store, and it's just a preview, right? So it's just a few items. You can go to my home page and click store, and it has the preview of the items. If you click it, it'll take you to the crimsoncure.com where you can actually shop. Okay. It need to pop up like you do on everybody else's video, but anyway, let's get to it. So I wanted to talk today about the whole Big Sean, Jhene Aiko. Thank you so much, Ezekiel, for gifting memberships. I appreciate you so much. Speaking of memberships, for those of you who are members, you can check the community tab. There's a membership only community tab where there is a discount code for the store. So you can type that code in at checkout, get your discount if you are a member of the channel. Okay. Thank you so very much. And to everybody who got a membership.
Now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
Okay. So I wanted to talk about this whole Big Sean, Jhene Aiko. So they have been on again, off again for probably almost like 7 or 8 years or something like that. And, you know, I didn't really care or even really know until he showed up in an interview talking to Charlemagne the God. And so Charlemagne asked him why he hadn't married Jhene Aiko yet. Mind you, they have a child. They have a child that's about 2. I think they had their child in 2022. So the baby is like 2 years old. Okay, so this is a young child. Jhene Aiko already has an older child. I do believe she's either a teenager or she's grown, or like a young adult. And so I'm not going to go through the whole interview. I just want you guys to hear Big Sean's response to this question.
What's stopping y'all from getting married? Oh, y'all already did one of those secret industry weddings?
No, there has not been a secret industry marriage. I think that it's a little personal, you know what I mean? But just like, to be real with you, just like any people who have dealt with love, we've had our ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's still finding the right navigation through it all. I don't know if
now, just taking a look at it, he don't know how to answer that question. It's a real question from one man to another. And when he wanted to know, why have you been with this woman for these many years? You have a child, but you don't want to marry her. You don't want to marry her. And he's fumbling for this answer. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why he's fumbling for the answer. He want to be private about it, but he also don't want to say what it is. He doesn't want to say, I ain't marrying her. She cool. I like her. I got love for her, but I'm not marrying her. I'm not marrying her. I almost could stop the video right there, but I'm not. I'm going to let you see the whole thing. I want the women to pay attention, especially young women. Young women, pay attention. Because when you are in situations like this with a man who does not want to marry you, but will not leave you alone, you are not innocent, nor are you absolved of the accountability of staying with, being with, and especially birthing a child for a man that does not think of you as his wife. He don't move like he gonna wife you. He don't move like he like you like that or feel that way about you. I don't care how many times he tell you he love you. I don't care how many times, and he may. But men marry the women they want to marry, and they do not marry the women they do not want to marry. Okay. Men marry the women that they want to marry, and they do not marry the women that they do not want to marry. They don't. I don't care. I don't care how you feel in that relationship. I don't care if you feel secure in it or insecure in it. I don't care if he do everything that you would like him to do. He got every box checked, but he will not do that commitment part. Leave it alone. Leave him alone. Because obviously he don't want to marry you. And it could be for any number of reasons. It don't always got to be the woman is so messed up. He just don't want to marry you. He just don't want to marry you. They just don't want to marry you. He just don't. Because I guarantee you, if you leave him alone and he go find another one, he gonna marry her. If you leave him alone, he gonna find somebody to marry. From what I can see, there are several reasons why he's not marrying her. Some to do with him, some to do with her. But we're gonna get into it.
To me, marriage symbolizes like the best relationship. You know, people be like, oh, you got to get married. To me, I feel like having a relationship is first and foremost, and like marriage is a byproduct of that. And I feel like a lot of people get the idea of like, oh, you have to get married. But then it's like, to me, that's almost a fear-based way of thinking too, because then people be getting divorced. Mm-hmm. The divorce rate's so fucking high. And I am someone who, I'm not like discounting anything, and I'm not saying that we aren't going to get married. But what I'm saying is that it's just, I would like to do a lot. I would like to, and I don't like putting our personal business out there like that either. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done, I feel like, in general.
Well, take it from somebody who's been with a woman for 20.
Okay. If you heard what he said. It's confusing, ain't it? Because he's beating around the bush. It's confusing because he's not being completely truthful about why he's not, the fact that he's not marrying her. He trying to say it in such a way where it leave the door open that he could, because this is public and she gonna hear it, right? And he don't want to have that talk with her. He doesn't want to have this talk with her. She has tried to have this talk with him. He don't want to have the talk. Here's why. Because although he's not willing to marry her, he's also not willing to let her go. He don't really want to let her go. He like having her around. There is a part of the relationship that is fulfilling to him. It's not like just bad, right? But she just not the one. So what he does, what he's doing is saying, well, you know, first of all, the erroneous thought that a marriage is a perfect relationship, or that your relationship has to reach a place of perfection before you get married. Nonsense. Nonsense. That's nonsense. To the person who asked this question, and usually I don't really answer questions when they're not super chats. I am not against marriage. If you understand anything that I've ever said, I said people are grown and they do what they want to do. I don't see the purpose of getting a state marriage license, but when I say marriage, that is not the only marriage I mean. I'm not of the mindset that a marriage is automatically a state marriage. Anyway, he liked having her around. She is, the sex is good, the vibe is good, the conversation is good, the way she handled him is good, the way that she's trying to be with him, he find that to be good. He don't really think she a bad person, but he don't want her. He doesn't want to marry her. He will hang her. It's been 8 years. He'll hang around another 8. He will hang around her another 8, and then another 8 after that. He'll get married and still be with her. If he find another woman that he really wants, he will be married to that woman and he will go back to Jhene. He's talking about a relationship gotta be perfect to be a marriage. That is the biggest piece of nonsense. Marriages are never perfect. And if you are looking for perfection in a relationship, just say you don't want no relationship. Just say you don't want no relationship with nobody. Because I don't care how dope a man is, how dope a woman is. I don't care how much of a lion a man is. I don't care how much of a lioness a woman is. They can be the pinnacle of everything that it means to be a husband and a wife. And there will never be perfection. There will never be perfection. There will never be a time where you know what I'm saying, it ain't never been a bump in the road. It's always gone your way. It's always been everything, you know what I'm saying, that you dreamed that it was going to be. There's never been an up and a down. There's never been a challenge. That's nonsense. That is nonsense, and he too old for that. He too old for that. That's nonsense that teenagers think. And people who don't like accountability. Hyenas think that way. Always got to be perfect. No, it don't. Matter of fact, when you're not in a committed relationship, it ain't nothing to fight for. You fight for it when it is a marriage. Now there's a something, we got to fight for the marriage. We got to make sure we together. We got to make sure. But when you ain't committed at all, man, screw you. I I can walk away from this. And I ain't got to think about it. Not too tough, you know. So he don't want that girl. Not to that degree. She the perfect side piece. She perfect. She's a perfect side piece. A perfect one. If he marry another woman, he'll never leave Jhene Aiko alone unless she completely cut it off. We're going to get into her little history here and their little history together. Okay? Because she the perfect side chick. He get married, she going to be mad, she going to be hurt, and she going to allow him access again to her. And then she gonna be the perfect side piece. Now, I almost don't need to allow it because he kind of said most of it, but I guess I'll play a little bit more.
$6 years, right? It's always gonna be ups and downs.
Period.
The work's never gonna stop.
Yeah.
Especially raising
26
kids.
years?
Been with her 26 years. Got married in 2014.
Oh,
so
shit.
you're married with 10.
Wow.
So it's gonna always be ups and downs.
So what took you 16 years to get married?
I don't know.
Exactly. It's kind of like a hard
I really
thing,
don't
man.
know. I really, truly, honestly don't know. In my mind, I felt like I wasn't where I needed to be, right? But I did know this is the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. So my mentality is, hey, I already know it's gonna be. No relationship is gonna be perfect all the time. So if you're thinking that you gotta wait for this fairy tale magical awakening where everything's gonna be all good all the time, it's just like no, that's not the way life is.
No. I don't think it's that. I think that it's just seeing so many different. You know, the thing about Jhene is that we have so many relationships. It's like being peers, being in a group together, parents, romantic, all that. You know, it's like it's a crazy connection because no matter what, we're always going to be tied together, no matter what.
And there you have it. And there you have it. He asked Charlemagne, what took you so long? And Charlemagne basically said, I don't know. I wasn't ready. The thing I appreciate about that is he didn't throw his wife under the bus. Well, she had so many problems. And it really wasn't her. It was me. I drug my feet. Here's the thing. Charlemagne the God situation is atypical. It's atypical. Usually a man to drag his feet that long, 15 years prior to actually committing to you, that usually don't work out with a marriage. That's not typical. And I would not advise any woman to be holding on 15 years or 10 or 5 or 3 to a man that is not even really thinking about it. Because y'all just in a long situationship that he can walk away from at any moment. At any moment. Kids are not. Children do not make them commit. We can see this. Because all you doing is wasting your time. I have said this ad nauseum. Men do not have to see relationships in terms of time because their biological clocks do not tick like women. It don't. They're not dealing with a womb. They're not dealing with a loss of their youth and beauty and the physical attributes that men are initially attracted to and find valuable. Women lose it over time, even if we keep ourselves up, even if we're doing what we're supposed to do, even if we're not letting ourselves be run down. Even under them conditions, you're still going to get older. You're still going to age. Your biological clock's still gonna tick. And so women need to pay attention to time. This is why being intentional towards marriage is so incredibly important for women. Running out there trying to do a whole phase, running out there trying to just date and quote unquote have fun, running out there after this dude and that dude and this one and that one, and then you know messed around and had a baby, and then now 34, 32, 33, now you quote unquote understand the mistake. You understand why this was a bad decision. I don't even want to say mistake, but you start understanding the bad decision and how this isn't going to serve you going forward. And so now you want to be like, I'm not going to do that anymore, which is good for you because I don't advocate continuing to make bad decisions. But at the same time, the consequences come up. The consequences start coming up because that time that you wasted is gone. You cannot recoup it. You can't recoup. You're not going to get them years back. You're not going to get them sex acts back. You can't unrat it, unsuck it. Okay? It's done. Every time you have sex with a random, that is a piece of you that you have given away that you cannot recoup. It's double time if you have a child with a man that either you don't want or a man that you do want that don't want you. And it's dangerous to do it because women get settled sometimes on a man, a specific man. Sometimes a man just had your number. And it worked that way for men too. Sometimes a woman ain't no good, but he cannot leave that woman alone. No matter how many times his boys, no matter how many times his family, no matter how many times that woman do him dirty, no matter how many times they keep on saying, man, leave her alone. Yeah, man, I know. You know what I'm saying? I know. And then next couple of weeks, they'll take a break, couple of months. Next thing you know, they back. And women are more susceptible to that than men are, at least in my opinion. That may or may not be true. That's an opinion thing for me. And I only say that because we are the vessels that receive. We're the receptors. Sometimes just the thought of that man. You understand me? So what we're going to do is go to a commercial break. We're going to hit the super chats and we're going to come back and we're going to examine their relationship because it's a lot of gems that I need to share with young ladies and young men as well. So after these messages, we'll be right back because I need everybody within the sound of my voice to go to ashkicking.com. The link is at the top of the chat. We are in the last stretch of hot weather and summertime for the most of the United States. Most of us, our summer is gonna end soon, within the next month or so. It's gonna start getting cool, and we're not gonna be wearing our sandals and our sundresses and our tank tops and our shorts and everything. So while the getting is good, we definitely want to be able to go to ashkicking.com and keep our skin looking and feeling and smelling its absolute best. This is some of the best body butter on the market. It absorbs quickly. It's not greasy. It's not tacky. It doesn't just sit on your skin and just kind of lay there and get on everything. It goes right in like lotion. But it's thicker and it has a better consistency, a smooth consistency. It's just wonderful all the way around. And if this is going to be your first order, please take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson on the website. Don't know how many likes I need, but I owe you guys a bam, 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 bam. You gotta hit the like button, bam, bam. You gotta All right, let's get to the super chats. Thank you, Miss Lou Casely, for your super sticker. How you doing? Miss Regina has been a member for 3 months. Thank you so much. So when does the blame get put on women who can't take the hint and accountability for staying and have long a child with men that don't go any further than what it is? Our grandma had more game with Papa. Exactly. Thank you, Chief Rockers, that speak on it. Nothing but fire makes you wonder what's in the mindset of a woman who would still have a man's child who has told you no kids and no marriage from the rip. Thank you once again, Chief Rockers at Crimson. It's not only young women who are exhibiting this behavior, it's women in their 30s and even 40s too. I agree, but some of those I consider to be lost causes. Y'all old, and y'all old, baby. Y'all too old. But anybody who can be helped, So now, let's go here. A little bit of a timeline. Ain't nobody signing up. Okay. Ain't nobody signing up. Okay. So this was written maybe a week ago or so. Big Sean and Jhene Aiko's relationship timeline. Okay. I hate when stuff pop up. Just close it. We don't want to look. All right. Big Sean and Jhene Aiko are a music power couple. I don't know where they get that from. Now, hold on. Before we go down that rabbit hole, Jhene Aiko was married between March of 2016 and October of 2017. I need y'all to keep that in mind. It's very important. Jhene Aiko was married for like a year and some change between like March of 2016 and October of 2017. And that's the thing, right? She cute as a button. She just cute as she want to be. And that's part of the issue slightly. The artist duo have been collaborating on music and dating on and off since the release of their album 2088 in 2016. Once the couple embarked on a tour to promote the album, it became increasingly apparent to fans that their musical chemistry had translated to real life as they publicly displayed their affection on stage and gushed about one another in interviews. Jhene is more than just a friend. I don't know how else to describe it. Me and her are just cool like that. I love her and I know she loves me. I was down to make that commitment, something that will last and be different from the rest, he said in 2016. In November 2022, the couple announced the arrival of their son, Noah Hassani. Aiko is already a mother to her teenage daughter, Namiko, whom she shares with singer Orion. From making music together to being each other's biggest fans, here's the timeline. May of 2012, they met each other. Okay. Big Sean and Aiko first met at the studio of legendary producer No ID in 2012, as they told Flaunt magazine during the 2016 interview. The duo collaborated on Big Sean's Beware and I'm Gonna Be Around the same time. It was just very comfortable, she said, of their professional dynamic. I think secretly there's a little competition. I want my verses to sound better than his, and he wants his to sound better than mine. Shortly after meeting, the two attended the Los Angeles Laker game together, although Aiko had a boyfriend at the time. So, I need y'all to listen carefully. She was married between 2016 and 2017. When they met in 2012, she wasn't married. She had a little boyfriend, some kind of situationship. But she started messing with Big Sean even then. Okay? Ladies, this is how y'all play yourself. Play yourself. You start from the beginning playing yourself. We went on a date. We went to a Lakers game. It was a long time ago. First of all, I had a boyfriend, and me and Sean had already met. We were friends. He asked me to go with him, and even though I had a boyfriend, I didn't care. Big Sean added. It was pretty obvious after a while it was a date. 2015, okay, they started together in the I Know music video in 2016 of April. Now, mind you, by March of 2016, she was already married to another man. I don't know why that man married her. Because if her and Big Sean been an item off and on since 2012, and it's obvious that this woman and this man do not leave each other alone and they always got access to each other, why would you marry her? Anyway, Big Sean and Jhene Aiko released 2088. Okay, they collabed on the songs. However, Aiko was married to producer Dr. Genius at the time, June 2016. They kissed on stage. Big Sean and Aiko took the stage at Power 105 Powerhouse Festival for a joint performance. As they sang, Big Sean wrapped his arms around Aiko's waist, and they finished the set with a quick peck, sparking more dating rumors. December of 2016, Big Sean and Jhene Aiko attend a Lakers game. After Aiko filed for divorce from Dr. Genius, citing irreconcilable differences. There we go with irreconcilable differences. You mean you should have never got married? You should never have accepted that other man's proposal because you knew you weren't going to leave Big Sean alone. This is what make me say that even if Big Sean were to find another woman and marry her, Jhene would be his side chick. Because you willing to be his jump off no matter what. No matter what. You was married and he was able to just... So you were publicly disrespecting your marriage. I don't know why you accepted a marriage proposal. Mainly because I'm going to tell you why she accepted a proposal. And I don't know this guy, right? I don't know nothing about him. But I'm going to tell you why she accepted that proposal. Because she know Big Sean ain't going to marry her. She know this. Huh? She know he's not going to marry her. However, and ladies, this is why you got to be smarter than that. Because he came on strong after she was married. See, if y'all was going to be together, y'all would have been together the first time. But you cheated on your boyfriend with him, didn't you? So now he know you not loyal. See, you can't cheat. Y'all think y'all can do that because y'all accept men that way. But it's not all the time that men accept women that way. Because see, y'all be happy when you're the side chick and he cheat on his wife with you and then he finally leave her and then come be with you. Y'all love that. However, men don't quite operate that way. If they realize that you're just disloyal, they'll be with you, but they're not going to commit because you disloyal. Now, never mind that he took benefit from you being disloyal. The fact of the matter is he sees you as disloyal. Don't even try to question it whether it's a double standard or not. They see you as disloyal. So because if you would do it to me, if you do it to him, you do it to me. Women, y'all don't like to think like that. Y'all don't never think when you the side chick and he happen to leave his wife and be with you that he gonna do you like he did her. He gonna do the same thing. Y'all don't ever think about that. How you get them is how you lose them. Y'all mamas ain't never tell you that. How you get a man, how you lose them. Especially if you get him in a crooked way. If you get that man in a crooked way, you're going to lose him the same way you got him. Mama ain't never tell you. Mama should have told you that. You cannot obtain men in a crooked way. You cannot obtain men in a crooked way. You have to obtain them righteously. You have to obtain them on your merits as a lioness. That's how you have to get them. Other than that, he see you a certain way. And he gonna always move like that because it's gonna be in the back of his mind. I don't care how you suck. I don't care how you ride. I don't care how you back that thing up. I don't care what you cook. I don't care how nice you are. He gonna always think about you was disloyal to a man that probably didn't deserve that. You should have told me no. And I would have respected you, even if I couldn't have you. I wouldn't be able to tell nobody nothing bad about you. You know, she ain't let me hit. I tried to. Nah. She ain't let me do that. I was trying to too. I did everything. I was calling her. I was texting her. I was trying to be at the studio. All right. Irreconcilable differences. Her and Big Sean made their first outing as an official couple at a Lakers game. September 2017. Jhene Aiko calls him the love of her life. He was with her when her brother died and, you know, all of these sorts of things, right? When I met Sean, I had a boyfriend. He was showing interest in me, but I was like, I have a boyfriend. But we were friends. It was never nothing disrespectful ever happened between me and Sean. She said we were forced to really, really get to know each other on a friendship level. You know what I mean? And to the point where he was even at my brother's funeral. We talked to each other on a friendship level throughout all of my relationship. Now, this goes into something that I told y'all just a couple of days ago. Women will justify being with a man or befriending a man or constantly being in contact with a man if she has never had sex with that man. They can be intimate emotionally. She don't count that. I'm telling you, when a woman want to cheat, she don't count it. The only thing that counts to her is she'll be able to justify by saying, I ain't never had sex with him. No. Right. Okay. Maybe physically you've never been in a sexual environment with him or did any sex acts, but the chemistry is there and you know it. You know that it's just a hair's breadth away from that. You know that if he push a little bit more or you push a little bit more, you gonna give in and you gonna do it. You already know that. This is why men don't be liking the male orbiters and you having all these male friends. Now, the problem is that she's in an industry full of men. So she gonna have to have at least a working relationship with the men. And that's always problematic. When you always gotta be in close proximities and this and that. That's why sometimes actors and stuff like that, they be watching it with the love scenes and all that, because you can get enraptured in a moment, and all y'all really was supposed to be doing was making a movie. But now y'all done kissed up on each other and rubbed and touched and hunched on each other, and now there's a chemistry there that it wouldn't have really been had y'all not been in this, these hot, steamy scenes. This is why not a lot, but there are actors and actresses that are married, and they'll do like a love scene, but it won't be explicit, and it won't be so hot and heavy that it's like, y'all really hunching. Like, take Denzel Washington, for example. He has had love interests in his movies. You understand? But you ain't never really just seen it just be so explicit. Like, it'll be like they in the bed or they kissed. You understand what I'm saying? Angela Bassett. It'll be you romantic, but you ain't never just seen her get hunched on screen. Because when I come off of this set, I'm still married. And it's only so much that I'm going to be able to do before I can tell my husband, it's just a movie, babe. Yeah, right. It's only so much that you're going to be able to do before you tell your wife, this was just a scene. If y'all saying he, done got real crazy on screen, maybe he did. I haven't seen every single Denzel movie, but I can't think of a scene off top where it was like, okay, Denzel, you really hunched her, huh? Y'all hunching for real? You like her? Y'all like each other offset, don't y'all? But maybe he did. I don't know, whatever. But my point is, there are sometimes, you have to be mindful, especially when you're working in the entertainment industry. You have to be mindful how you come off when you're married. There's some things you do that your job called for or your image called for. And then if you have any integrity, there is a line you don't cross. And what that line does is it keeps your actual marriage from being messed up from an on-screen romance that two characters are having, and because y'all hunching on each other, scene after scene cut, we got to do the scene again, really, for real. And then now you feel a way about this person because you done hunched them for 5 takes. So she in the studio singing all kind of hot, steamy love songs with Big Sean. And now they done kind of said them little verses and looking at each other like, wait, you would do that to me? Was that a real verse? Was that a real verse or was it cap? I don't know. You roll like that? That's how you roll? Maybe I want to see. Maybe I want to know if that's how you roll or not. And you know, maybe I can see that thing. I don't know. You sing a good game, don't you? And that's kind of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just shy of X-rated. All we missing is the close-up of the stroke. That's all we missing. That's all we missing. It's just not at triple X. That's actually what I meant. When I was bringing up those examples. I can't recall seeing a scene so explicit where it was almost this is porn. This is porn. This is basically porn. All y'all did was not show us the actual strokes. That's all you did. Yeah, but I wasn't talking about Halle Berry. I'm not referring to her. I know she did Monsters Ball. I'm not referring to everybody. So y'all bringing up examples of different actors and actresses that did do like explicit scenes. I'm talking about them. Anyway. All right. October of 2017, she gets a tattoo of Big Sean. After a week after finalizing her divorce, Aiko made her love for Big Sean permanent with a tattoo of the rapper's face. March of 2018, he celebrates her birthday at a yacht party. Okay, she was 30 in 2018, right? 2019, they break up. Okay. 2019, you know, she's still around him. They end up doing music together. 2020, another birthday. They attend the Grammys in 2021. Now, mind you, these dates is on again, off again that I'm telling y'all, right? 2022, they're at a game between the Rams and the Niners. They were mistaken for actress Sarah Michelle Gellar and her husband, Freddie Prinze Jr. on the Jumbotron. They laughed it off. In February of 2022, she sings at the Super Bowl. In March, they're doing another birthday celebration for him. By July, they're expecting a child of 2022. Okay. Takes her on a trip to his home in Detroit. calls her a beautiful mom. This is all 2022. Okay. By November, they have the baby. Celebrates her Mother's Day on 2023. And in 2024, he explains why he isn't marrying her after 8 years together. He ain't marrying her because she a baby mama and a jump off to him. She doesn't seem to be able to be loyal. And he sees her as that. That's how he see her. He got love for her and everything. He is never marrying her, ever. I would be highly surprised if he ever married her. Almost it would be down bad. He's not marrying her. And it's because of how she moved, but it's also because of how he moved. He don't even really seem like he want to be married to begin with, to nobody. He's comfortable right now. He's comfortable right now. She's comfortable. Men get comfortable. Men get in a comfortable toxic space because you can't tell me it ain't toxic. You can't tell me they don't be arguing and back and forth. And you can't tell me they don't do that. And then the makeup sex be real, real good. She thought the baby. See, she want to be married to him specifically. And she, like many other wayward females, somehow, some way, think that a baby is going to somehow change him to make him commit. And it don't work like that. If he didn't commit without the child and you and him could have worked on y'all relationship, because in the clip, he says it, we have so many relationships. So I'm getting everything I need out of you anyway. Marry you for what? Women, babies, having babies and playing house and doing everything that married couples do without the man ever committing to you is the definition of why would he buy the cow when the milk is free. See, that don't just apply to sex. As a matter of fact, it rarely does now in this day and age because sex is so freely given and received. Why buy the cow when the milk is free? Is playing house and giving every single thing that a wife would give a husband to a man that ain't even thinking about committing to you. He don't want to be your husband. You want to be his wife, but he don't want to be your husband. The incentive for him to marry you is almost to zero. He may like you. But if you think that you are earning wife status with him, you're not. You are earning long-term situationship status with him. And I'm going to tell you how to avoid that. See, hyenas have the concept messed up when they say don't do wife stuff at girlfriend prices. But they talking about basic femininity. Don't give the man basic femininity. Don't, you know what I'm saying, be agreeable. Don't be nice. Don't be feminine. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, they say it like that. That's incorrect. That's the incorrect way to go about that. Okay, here's what you do. Here's what you do. You are supposed to prove that you're capable of being a wife. Be submissive. Don't be hard-headed. Don't be combative for no reason. If he has good leadership, be able and willing to follow the leadership, right? Don't be masculine. Be feminine with him. Be soft with him. Be able to give your insight and things of that nature. All right? Be a good woman in a relationship. If you want to cook and, you know what I'm saying, and you want to help him with different things, do those things. Do those things. What you don't do, I'm going to tell you what you don't do. Don't play house. Do not move in. I have never lived with a man I have not been married to. Don't you move in with no man that ain't married to you. And I ain't talking about I'm going to marry you. No. Marry first. Then we move in together. And by everything in your body, don't you have no baby. Don't get pregnant. I don't want you going to get a deletion. Don't get pregnant. Don't get pregnant at all. Do not have a child. Do not move in with him. Don't. Never play house. Never play house. Never play house. The incentive go way down. Way down. Because if we're doing everything that married couples do, and he can get that from you and he don't have to commit, he won't commit. There's no reason. There's no reason. Because you having babies and playing house with him. What are you going to marry you for? What are you going to marry you for? Marry you for what? You his. You ain't going nowhere. Time. You have to pay attention to time. A man want to be with you as everything is wonderful. 1 year passed, 2 years passed, 3 years passed, 4 years. And he's not marrying you. He's not. The chances are very slim that he's now going to marry you after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. No. Marry you for what? You got to ask yourself, what is it that he feel like he isn't getting that a commitment to you is going to give him? Nothing. Now, see, if she ever leave him alone and find some sense, a little bit of sense, she gonna blame him for wasting time. He wasted my time. However, before we just pile that on him, you got to take accountability for letting your time be wasted. It was your time. It was your time. Is he accountable for knowing he wasting your time? Yeah, but that's his accountability. Your accountability is knowing that your time was getting wasted and letting it be wasted. And then getting mad years down the line and 2 kids down the line, well, he wasted my time and he never did marry. You knew after year 3 he wasn't finna do that. You knew after year 7 he wasn't doing that. You knew after year 12 he wasn't doing that. Because every time you tried to have that conversation, it was an argument and you never could get down to the nitty-gritty. No. Never could get down as to why you can't be married, why you don't want to do it. You waste your own time. You waste your own time. And then you get mad. Either know you're not a wife and play that position. I'm just a girlfriend in a situationship. I'm a great girlfriend. I'm not a wife. Some women, good girlfriend, not a wife. If you know you a wife, if you know you a lioness, and you with a man that you feel like, you know, I can have a relationship with this, I can have a marriage with this man. You definitely got to watch your time. Gotta watch your time. Why do I say that? Why do I say that? Because don't be scared to lose a relationship you don't have. Well, I don't want to say nothing because I might lose what? What you might lose? Because you're not in a relationship until that has been hashed out. And you ain't married till you married. You ain't married till you married. How you gonna lose a relationship you don't got? How you gonna lose that? You can't lose stuff you don't own. You can't lose stuff not in your possession. Because a man that wants to marry you will marry you. And if he don't want to marry you, there is no wifely quality in the world that's going to make that man do it. He not. And you sticking around is not going to force the issue either, because time does not make a relationship in the mind and the heart of a man. Time is not the factor. Okay? We think the longer you be with somebody, the more developed the relationship need to be. After a certain time period, this got to be a marriage. This is why women be pressuring. Well, why come we don't want to get married? Men don't see it like that way. And I need the women to understand how the men see it. Since men gatekeep marriage, you need to understand how men see it. Time is not even the top 5 factors. You understand? He don't be thinking, man, I've been with her 6 years, man, I might as well tie the knot. Because no. Men commit to women that they see wifely value in. This is why it don't take long. It's not that they're vetting as well, right? But they just understand when they meet that woman, I gotta marry her. I'm gonna marry her. They don't waltz around the conversation. The conversation of commitment don't spark an argument or none of that. They're the ones that make that known. They make it known. You won't even have to bring it up. That's how you know. You won't be the one to have to bring up why aren't we committed? Because if you got to ask him, you got your answer. If you got to constantly come back to this conversation about why you ain't committed, you got your answer. That's your answer. You may not want that to be the answer, but that be the answer. Because when they want to commit to you, they say it out their mouth. They say that out their mouth. You don't got to put words in their mouth. A man will say that. No, I gotta have you. Oh, no, we get married. No, you my wife. That's one of the first things they say. No, you my wife. You're my wife. They start claiming. And then the best part about it is they move on it. They start moving like that's the intent. At that point, the only way you not gonna get married is if you mess it up. Once he done already made up in his mind that you his wife, the only way that's not gonna happen, you gotta mess that up. You have to do something that turns his mind. And truth be told, if it's not like one big egregious thing, you kind of got to do it repeatedly. You mess your own commitment up. Men that want to commit, that's one of the first things they tell you out their mouth. If that's what they want, and they want you. See, men are not like women. Women say, I want to be married one day. Men don't do that. Men say, I want to marry you. I want you. They don't say, I want to be married one day. That's something a 20-year-old say. He might say that when he real young. But a man a little bit older and stuff like that, he don't say, I kind of want to be married one day. No. I want to marry you. They don't mince words. Y'all women, I'm trying to put y'all up on game. Don't listen if you want to. But I'm trying to tell you what it is. I see too many. I see too many. The intention is not real. You can't pressure no man into marrying you. You can't do it. I really feel bad for the marriage that happens because he just felt so pressured to marry you. He's settling for you. He don't like you, right? Now in his mind, you about to be a whole burden. It's like, yeah, I guess I gotta marry her. Trying to put y'all ladies up on game. Men, when they intend something, they words match their actions. You ain't got to try to match it up for them. Words match actions. If you run into a situation and his words don't quite match up with his actions, believe everything he do. That's what you believe. Everything he do and don't do. Because his energy ain't gonna never lie. His energy, they can't lie in the energy. They can't do whatever energy he come at you with. That's the energy. That's the energy. A man energy don't never lie. He can lie out his mouth, But his energy and how he deal with you and the stuff he do, that don't never lie. He been telling that woman the truth for 8 years. I ain't gonna marry you. Why? Because he has not married her. In somewhere in her mind, she think it can still happen. It's not. You see, the men is agreeing. Read the chat. I ain't gotta lie to you. The men in the chat. Men show you the truth. Even if you don't quite want to believe what he say and what he say sound like this and it sound like that, everything he do and don't do, that's where the truth is at. How he behave when he around you. Whether or not he claim you publicly, whether or not his mama know you. If his mama don't know you, if you've been with that man 3 years and his mama don't know you, baby, bye. Especially if he talk to his mama and he close to his mama. Don't none of his friends know you? None of his family that he close to? Oh. You ain't never met nobody? Right. Right. He always come see you. In the house. All your dates is house dates. Girl. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. See, y'all be too busy looking for these superficial. Do he post you on social media? That's all superficial. That doesn't mean anything, neither here nor there. You better pay attention to what he do. That's because that's the truth. Whatever it says, that's the truth. If he doing everything to get to you and make sure y'all gonna be married, that's what his intentions are. That's what his intentions are. He may not verbalize it the way you want to hear it, but if his actions say, I'm doing this, we're getting married, I'm moving in such a fashion that I want you to be my wife, then that's the truth. If he sell you a bill of goods about being his wife, but he'll never move in that direction, you better pay attention. Because you can't be in a relationship of your own choosing. You can't dictate what the relationship is. Only he can do that. So this is why you got to pay attention to how he moves. Because he's the one that defines what the relationship is or is not. You wanting it don't mean nothing. You wanting it means nothing. Zero. It means nothing. You coming to him, talking to him, crying about how you want to be better, that doesn't mean anything. Because you don't define the relationship. He do. Y'all better start paying attention. Y'all better start paying attention. I done gave you all the game I can give you. You either take it or you don't. Don't listen to old auntie. Don't listen to old auntie. Anyway, I got to, cause I spills the women's tea, so y'all can be up on game. I tells you how they lie and all kind of stuff. I know a female with 2 kids with a guy 7 and 15 years old, and he's never been alone under the same roof with the kids. Oh my Lord. And she's still sitting there. See, here's the thing with this. Black Dev said, even some men who are looking to marry, they're going to require a woman to prove their worth for years, because people can fake a year too. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. If you are not overlooking people's red flags, it don't take that long, and folks can't fake that long. A red flag gonna be a red flag. It's just that people overlook red flags. When they like other stuff about you and this and that, they make excuses for the red flags that they see. And then little on down the line, they want to blame the other person. Well, she fooled me. No, she didn't. You just wasn't looking. See, I give the same energy for the men and the women. I give the same energy. Because when women come to me talking about he did this and he did that, so when did you know this about him? Well, it was kind of like that in the beginning. And you're surprised? A few years down the line? Now it's a problem? Didn't know the red flag was gonna be a flag on the play, didn't know the penalty was gonna come through, girl, bye. You knew about this. Now you may not like it, but you did know it, did you not? Well, it was because he was this and he was that. Right. So you overlooked the red flags. Right. Exactly. Because you was getting this and getting that, and you felt this way and you felt that way. Okay. I mean, I hear you, but you still overlooked them red flags, did you not? Right. And hey, it can happen to the best of us. You can overlook a red flag, but that's what accountability is. To take responsibility for the fact that I overlooked them red flags. Something in the back of my mind said it wasn't right. And I made an excuse for it. And I kept pushing anyway. And now I got what I got. Because I still wanted to move forward. Flags all over the play, all over the field. And I didn't stop not one time. So I beg to differ. When your discernment is what it's supposed to be, can't no demon fake for no 2 years. They can't hardly fake for a week. All you got to do is really talk and really be around that person and see what. If you listening, you can hear it. You can hear the trauma. You can hear the foolishness, the mindset. You got to not deal with them red flags. Now, red flag, let me tell you something. Red flags and shortcomings is two different things. Never overlook red flags. Red flags are the deal breakers. Some stuff you know finna be a problem. But for right now, it ain't that big of a problem. So you call yourself going forward anyway. This is a bad deal. Red flags are the problems that don't seem like problems today. That's going to be a problem a year from now, 2 years from now, 6 years from now. That's going to rear its head. And you going to kick yourself in the butt. I saw that coming. Yeah, right. But you kept on going, right? Never overlook a red flag. A shortcoming is different from a red flag. A red flag is the deal breakers, the boundary overstepping. That's what that is. The problems that is because of who they are is finna be a problem. And they're not gonna change it no time soon. You're gonna meet that problem. A person's shortcomings is simply their flaw as a person. That don't necessarily have to be a red flag. It's just that what are you going to accept as the flaw of that person? Because both of you have flaws. So you have a flaw that the other person, you would hope that they would overlook your flaw. And they have flaws that they're hoping that you overlook. Do we understand the difference? Put a 1 in the chat if we understand the difference between a red flag and a person's basic shortcomings. A shortcoming is more to do with a person's personality. A red flag is more to do with their mindset. I hope that made sense. Thank you to Renzo. So like in Twilight, he imprinted upon her, and now they're bonded together like the brown bear and white rabbit in the woods. Yeah. Hey, E305 has been a member for 3 months. Hey, Crimson. Hey, Chad. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Sister Beshua says Jhene is exhibiting full-on hyena behavior. Lioness is always on defense when it comes to other men. Exactly. Thank you, Chief Rockers, that stay on birth control. No reproductive coercion. Hashtag baby trap. Exactly. Thank you, Kisei. I agree with don't play house. What do you do in a situation where the relationship is long distance? Give it up, or both of you move into the same city. Long distance relationships have their own challenges because it limits the ability to be around each other and actually be in each other's energy, which is very important for the men and the women. So in long distance relationships, there has to be concerted effort on both the people's part to regularly see each other. Y'all got to see each other, because the vibe you get over the phone can be very different when you get in front of each other. And it'd be like, I ain't know you move like that in public. You understand? I ain't know you talk like that on a regular when you real comfortable, huh? That's what you do. And it don't have to be bad things revealed, but you want to be able to see. You want to be able to see the person's shortcomings, because you're going to have to determine whether or not you can put up with them forever. If that's the question you need to ask when you're trying to get married. If this person never changes, can I love them and live with them forever as they are? Or am I marrying them with the idea that I can change them? But what happens if they don't change? Or what happens if they don't change on the time schedule you thought they was going to change? Then you're going to be mad. Thank you, John Teal said if she complains about him wasting her time and only evens out for wasting her ex-husband's time, the universe keeps score. Thank you, Wayne said 9 years her junior got the milk for free and didn't buy the cow. Ain't no marriage in sight. Sorry, not sorry. Exactly. Thank you, Ed said for the collection plate. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Ruminants. That trust your gut, intuition, discernment, whatever you want to call it. It knows quicker than your conscious mind. It does. And if you've got people around you, anybody around you that you actually trust, go to them with it if you want to be serious about this person, because people that you trust, they are on the outside looking in, and they will have an objective point of view about this. Not only people you trust, but people that have a good track record with relationships. Ladies, don't go to your single friends that's hoeing around and ask her what she think about your man. She don't know. Fellas, don't go to your boys. He ain't had a successful relationship never in his life, and he think all women is a certain kind of way. He would never see. You may like him, that might be your boy, but you might want to go to somebody with a more successful track record to ask them what they think about this person. And because they're on the outside looking in, they're objective. See, they ain't hitting it, and you know what I'm saying, she done sucked it good, now he thinking about that and all that kind of stuff. No, they like, no, well, no, this person seemed like a good match to you, or from what you told me, or from what I saw, you know what I'm saying, this is good. Or, you know, it's okay, but they may give you some things to think about that you may need to consider, that you might not have considered. Thank you for the cash apps as well. I appreciate you. KC and DC, I appreciate you for the cash apps. Thank you so very much. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, but jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.